Alrighty. Welcome to the Life Your Marriage podcast and YouTube show. Oh
What's
my
up?
gosh, our first episode.
Show? That's weird.
Well, kind of, yeah. I mean, it's what we're doing. So, welcome. This is
what?
episode 19.
19.
Episode
Holy
19.
cow. That's crazy.
Part
Almost
one
to
of
20.
three. Yep, part one of a three-part series here.
Boom.
This one is all about teamwork.
Teamwork.
Teamwork makes
The dream.
the dream work, yes. So this is our little studio. Welcome. If you're on a podcast, obviously you're not able to see it, but check us out on YouTube.
Yeah.
We would appreciate you hitting the subscribe button and just kind of getting us going. I know it's weird to even say,
This is
right?
like
are we
what
even
our
doing?
kids say when they make a video.
Please
Hit
leave a
the
comment. What do they say?
subscribe button. I forget what Jonesy says. Hit the, what does she say? Hit the like button. I don't remember.
Yeah,
It's
and then comment
hysterical.
down below
Comment
or
down
something
below,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we're getting this show off and running, and we are
Oh.
not prepared with our studio. As you
We're
can see,
not.
we got a nice plywood table here, and we got some boxes and things. But that's okay because the Holy Spirit was like, "You need to start this." So,
We're showing you real life, friends. That's what we're showing you.
we're gonna grow all together.
Yeah.
This whole studio is gonna come in shape. We have some plans for it, and it's awesome.
We do.
So, anyways,
This is weird.
you ready?
Already.
Okay, so we're gonna start like we always do. Good thing, good thing.
Good thing, good thing.
And
Hallelujah. You go first.
yeah, we're gonna put some positivity out there.
I want to talk about our mugs first.
Okay, yeah,
Can
we have
talk
these.
about that?
Go ahead.
Wes had these made at the library, the local, not our local library, but the local library that we used to frequent.
Our local
Our
library.
ex-local library,
thing?
like we broke up or something. But my
did.
brother-in-law works there, and
But-
he's awesome. Shout out to
We
Rob.
broke up, but we still owed them money.
Yeah.
This one,
It's a real thing.
Nikki over here.
Excuse me. Anyways, they say life your marriage. Let me Vanna for you.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they say life your marriage,
real
and they
cute,
have
Vanna.
our little tree on them. This is our logo, and it's really cute. And so anyway,
Did you know that Vanna was one of my childhood crushes?
I did because you're such a
When
weirdo.
I was like 5 or 6.
What a
We must
freak.
have watched that show a lot. I don't know. But at any rate, she still looks exactly the same, and she's got to be. She's got to be what, in her 60s?
I mean, she's got.
Isn't Pat
she,
Sajak like 70
There's
something?
no way she's got to be way more than 60s. I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
Either way, my coffee's really gross, but the mug is really cute. I don't know why my coffee. It says, oh, because you used the K
No.
cup twice on me.
Oh yeah, we did. Well, that was your call.
Is that a thing? Because I didn't know that was a thing, but I think it's a thing
Can you
that people
reuse
do.
a K cup? That's a good question.
I mean, like right in a row. Like Wes used it for like a medium
a
cup,
medium.
and then
Yeah, not
I
like one.
used it. Well, I wanted to use it for a small. That's why you used it for a medium.
And
And
I
it
hit-
tastes
I hit
literally
medium,
like
yep.
water with half and half in it. I
Yep.
don't even know what's happening.
so we're
I'm still drinking it though. Here we are.
It's not that bad. You put enough sugar in anything. To be honest.
We got coffee. We got ice
I
cream.
got ice cream. I'm about to pour some of this
We're
coffee.
just living the 9 o'clock healthy
on my
dream
ice
here.
cream. This is parenthood right here. When you're exhausted and
101.
tired, and you finally got your kids to go to bed. It's time for some coffee and some ice cream.
And some ice
I
cream.
might actually do this. Let's do it.
Oh, we're going live.
Put some
Live-
coffee.
live here.
Coffee in that ice cream. Let it cool down a
With
little
coffee
bit.
on the ice cream.
Yeah, and need some chocolate syrup.
And the plywood.
Okay.
Good thing. Good thing. What's your good thing?
Good thing. Good thing.
Sorry.
Okay, so this week, yesterday,
Mhm.
not this week, yesterday,
Yesterday.
we did our church worship team did kind of like an outside concert with some other churches as well, and so we played, I don't know, 7 songs, something like that, for about 45 minutes, and it was awesome just to be outside. It was also 1,000,000 degrees. I was like dripping. It was dripping off of my nose onto the guitar.
It was a real
There was
thing.
a fly.
Yep.
Okay, the things you don't know if you've never played, like your hands. Obviously, I'm playing the guitar, so I can't swat something. This fly is on my head. It's on my shoulder. It's like on my neck, on my ear, and I can't just be like flapping.
That would have been really funny,
That would
though.
have been a little distracting. just a scotch. But anyway, it was an awesome time.
It really was. It was
Yeah.
good. It was really fun.
It
The
was at a
kids got
local
to
park.
play. It was at the park, so the kids could play, and we ate dinner there, and then we got to sit and watch them play and worship, and it was just really, it was fun. It was very much,
Yeah.
it was a good night. Something
Yeah,
we
it was
don't
great.
do very often, and It was 100 though. I mean, like legitimately. And I wore like a dress. So like a tank top longer dress. It was like pants. It was literally like a pantsuit.
But
it
that
was
wasn't
a
as
problem.
bad as what I weared.
Weird.
What I wore.
Yes.
What I wore.
Wesley chose
Okay, I had
sweat shorts.
I have these shorts. They're really nice.
They
Okay?
are very
and
nice.
they look really good, and they're kind of, I mean, like dressed up. They don't sound
They look
as,
really good. Look at you feeling yourself. I see you.
No, they do.
Yeah, they do. They look really
good.
good.
Yeah.
But that's you. That's
So,
what I'm just saying.
but then they didn't look good because I was sweating so much that it started like getting wet.
The good
Oh
ended.
yeah,
There was a swampy butt, and it was the whole
a
situation.
swampy bottom. Yeah, not great.
See, but everyone, like, you just automatically don't care because everyone
Everyone's
knows
dying.
that it's like 100 outside.
I
Like,
mean,
what are you supposed to do?
Everyone
in that
else who was
situation?
playing had jeans on, and so you couldn't see the sweat, but they were dying,
I mean,
just
soaked.
dying. I mean, I was dying. We were all dying.
It was so hot.
Kids
Anyway,
were soaked through their shirts and all
the
sorts
good thing
of stuff.
was that Jesus was there, and it was really awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm trying to think
Go
of
ahead,
my
you're
good thing. I know, and we talked about this, and now I
You're
still
up.
can't remember. Oh, I said I had my song, but I don't have my good thing. So let me go back again. So yesterday we had the park. Sunday
Well, it's been a couple weeks actually
Oh,
because
you know what my good thing is?
we haven't had a podcast in a couple weeks because we've been setting this up and waiting
yeah.
for stuff to come in and all that.
It's true.
Yeah.
But you know what my good thing is? My good thing is that we made a big change this year, and we are sending our kids to school. And this past year we homeschooled, and it was a good time, and it always is, and it's our heart, truly, what we love, and we want them to just have freedom and to learn what they want to learn, and for us to teach them, I don't know, what we feel is important, and what Jesus wants, and whatever, all of those things.
Who they are.
However,
We want them to know who they are. I mean,
along obviously with reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Literacy is important.
Right.
Yes, it is.
But there is a Christian school opening in semi kind of our area. And so we decided to send them there, and it just worked out so that can happen. And we're super pumped about that. And so our top 3 are going to go there. And my good thing is that, but also is that we went school shopping.
Again, breaking the rules.
Which is
having more than one good thing.
my most favorite thing
Which is
to
okay.
do.
You do like that.
I
You
love it
that.
because it reminds me of a bouquet of freshly sharpened pencils.
Oh no. What is that?
I must watch it
You've
now.
got
I'm
mail?
going to watch it tonight while you do this and while you do whatever you do to make this work. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You've got mail. I'm totally watching it tonight. So whenever
925,000 people who think he looks like a Clark bar.
When I get out of here, I'm getting my eyes lasered. Guys, like, it's our favorite movie, okay?
It's not our favorite
It's
movie.
really not.
It's not.
But it's really, I just love it so much. And it's fall time and it's school time and it's just the best ever. So anyway, that's my good thing, that I went school shopping, and I'm done with school shopping. I'm not done with clothes shopping for Victoria. Because, well, she just proves to be difficult because she's an 8-year-old girl. So here we are.
Just in general? Is that what you're saying?
Just overall. But I got done with everybody else, and I'm really excited, and I'm close to being done with her. But it's always fun to shop for them because they're cute, and I like buying things. I mean, who doesn't? Spending all your money.
Yeah, I appreciate
I
that.
had a really funny reel that I have to show you. And it's like, it's a mom, and she's counting all the money, and then this guy, I don't know what it's from, but this guy's like, I'm going to need $50 million. I'm going to need 10 million in millions, 20 million in thousand, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, it was just hysterical. It was making me laugh. I'm spending all your money. So anyway.
Gotta get them ready for school, though.
It's a good time. They're excited. So
yeah.
That's my good thing.
That's a good thing right there.
We're moving to songs.
Moving to songs.
Song of the week, remember?
Song of the week. You have yours. You said you did. So you want to go ahead? Go ahead.
I do have mine. My story might be long, though. I feel like this should be like a not a blog post, but like a Instagram post instead of me saying it on here, but I'll say it anyway. So, it is August 9th, correct? So, the anniversary, the birthday I don't know why I said anniversary. Our daughter's birthday is coming up, and it is Saturday. Our first little girl who passed away at birth, August 13th. And I don't know, I was just listening today to Gratitude by Brandon Lake, which I know is like semi getting overplayed. I feel.
Yeah.
However,
it's so good though.
it is so good and still so good and just fantastic.
Is that your song? That's the song. You're
And that's my song.
Okay.
Gratitude by Brandon Lake. Listen to it if you haven't. I'm sure I would be shocked if you haven't, but seriously. It's just so good. And I just feel like since her birth, that's what I've been chasing is gratitude. And that's what I've been chasing down. And that's what I've been trying to grasp and trying to find. And what Jesus wants for me is a life of gratitude. And it's hard for me some days, which is really annoying. I hate that. And I feel like that's just a part of grief and a part of loss.
Yeah, you're not alone in that.
Yeah. I hate it. I guess I hate it because I feel like you feel like you should be so grateful and have so much gratitude. And
we have so much to be grateful for.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I am. It's just this living in the parts that aren't is hard sometimes. And so anyway, I was just listening to it today and I'm like, this song is just, it's phenomenal. And so Gratitude by Brandon Lake.
Yeah, it's good.
That's what I have to say.
It's good. My song would be, okay, we're going old school, but it's not old school and it's good school. So, God, You're So Good.
I hope so. Oh.
Okay, that old song, God, You're So Good. But Passion redid it. Christian Stanfill. Phil.
Fill is his last name.
Okay, Stanfill. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He and I think some others as well did it, but Passion did it. And so they added verses and a bridge to it, and it is on fire. If you want to know who you are in Jesus, sing that bridge over and over and over.
I want
to
print the chorus. I am blessed.
Bridge,
I am called. Oh, is it?
That's the bridge.
Not the chorus. The
God,
bridge.
You're So Good is the chorus.
I am healed. I am whole. So good. I want to print it and put it up in the kids' rooms.
Yeah.
It's so good. Because it's so hard to remember sometimes. You know, when your kid is 9 or your kid is 8, I'm like, for real, friends. Like, they're just in the midst of it all. And you're like, who are you in Christ? I know who you are.
You need to know
you are
who
blessed. You are
as
called.
well.
You are healed. You are whole.
Yeah.
In the name of Jesus. Anyway, also what I'm grateful for is this ice cream.
Yeah. Is it good?
Yeah.
I'll tell you that my goal by caffeine, 1, and sugar, 2, is that you may not yawn during this episode of during this podcast episode at our inaugural.
See, that's the problem though. If you say yawn, then you yawn. So don't say it, and then I won't. I feel like I'm going to right now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna have to yawn because you said it. And you made me talk
ridiculous.
about it.
It's just ridiculous. All right, well.
Moving on.
So those are our song suggestions, and more so, we just love music.
We do.
And talking about it. So we're going to talk about today's topic.
The topic at hand.
Teamwork. If you go to our website, lifeyourmarriage.com, our first blog post, we're going to do basically 3 lessons on marriage intimacy. And
lessons.
Wow.
Wow.
Lessons. They're blog posts, they're videos, they're whatever's podcast.
Wes, the lesson master. Also the taskmaster.
Wow.
Captain Wes.
Yeah, that's me. Just enslaving those around me for sure.
Rude. Are you calling me a slave master?
No, I would never.
I hope not.
I would never speak those words. That's not who you are. You're healed. You are whole.
Exactly.
You are
I'm
saved
called
in
and
Jesus'
blessed.
name. That's right. Okay, so anyway, we were getting distracted. Part 1 is teamwork.
I keep drinking this nasty coffee. It's just a whole thing.
That's all right.
Teamwork.
Teamwork in marriage.
We have done terrible at teamwork this week. That's what I feel.
Well,
like.
here's the thing.
Personally.
If you've ever spoken in or taught anything or like been in front of people and
yes.
you're going to speak on a topic,
Absolutely.
chances are that week,
Yeah.
that's the topic that you're struggling in or really
For
working through. Because, I mean, the enemy's
Just
after you.
know that whatever we talk about on here are things that we are living out and working out daily in our lives.
I thought we were schooling people from a place of perfection.
What did we say in the beginning? Remember 19 episodes ago? We are learning together, friends.
We're learning out
We are
loud.
learning out loud. Learning
LOL.
out loud. LOL. Learning out loud.
Learning out loud. So anyway.
Thank you.
What?
I know what you were going to try to say, and it's not funny, and don't say it. Learning out loud.
Someday maybe we'll get to that story.
Nope.
Anyway, so teamwork.
Teamwork.
Yeah, this week's been kind of just not same page.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Sorry.
Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work.
You wanted me to be awake, so I am. So here we are.
So now you're a loose cannon.
Get me awake. Exactly. This is what you're going to get.
I got to figure it out next time. I better balance.
Balance it out. Caffeine and ice cream.
I love you.
I love you.
So teamwork, we are, this week. So what are your thoughts on teamwork this week with us? What are we going through?
It's not even this week. It was just the past couple days. So yesterday we talked about, he had that thing, with the church worship team. So obviously when he has a thing, it was at the park, and we're like, oh yeah, all of us can go. It'll be great. It'll be a fantastic, wonderful time. We'll have a blast. You're already
expectations.
You're already laughing.
Expectations.
You're already laughing.
Goodness.
I know, right? Like you would think like our standards should definitely be way lower. Yeah. Like they are, and I don't understand. So like
we forget
standards
what
are
our
already
standards
set.
really are.
Exactly right. It's like you just think that they're higher. I don't know. Anyway, we get there, and it's 100. Okay, which I don't know how. We must not have like stepped outside yesterday.
It wasn't 100, but it was literally on the way there. It was 93.
It was 100. Exactly. If you looked at the real feel, look it up, friends.
Oh, real feel, the humidity
real
level.
feel yesterday in New Philly, Ohio, was
goodness.
probably like 110. Okay,
yeah, we were swimming.
I mean,
we were swimming
exactly.
We
you walk
around.
outside
Absolutely.
and you're literally dripping. Anyways, okay, so we have our 4 children, and all their friends are there that they absolutely love. So we go and we're playing, and everything's cool and fine. And so, I'm just gonna tell the whole story.
Yeah, go ahead and tell the whole story.
Okay, here we are. I'm gonna just be really vulnerable. It's
go.
not gonna matter to you. It's gonna be me looking like a derpin, which I was. But anyways,
No
okay.
Comment.
So
no comment.
So the kids are playing and everything's fine. And I was chatting with friends. And my 9-year-old oldest son is awesome. However, is also very strong-willed and very number one and very the boss and very has some sensory issues. So as you can imagine, it's 100 degrees and his
senses were heightened.
Right.
Let's say.
High. Okay. So just really hot and really in himself. Like, I want to do what I want to do. And I forgot to tell you this. He had to pee. Okay. And I wouldn't let him. We were at a park that I've been to a couple times, but I'm not super familiar with. And I also am familiar with the fact that children could potentially be stolen there. Okay. So that's just a thing. And
anywhere.
He's 9. And so, of course, I have let him go into the men's bathroom by himself in other places. But at that particular place in time, I was not feeling safe. And I'm like, you need to come with us into the women's restroom. Absolutely not. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to the bathroom then. And he's just stomps off. So he has to pee. It's 100.
If you have a child with, with some sensory needs, with our kids, we've noticed peeing is like a number one thing. He will have a lot of trouble, and then it's like, dude, go pee, and then he pees, and
then his body calms down.
It's a real thing.
It's intense.
It's real. Yeah.
So, anyways, he got really upset with me. Then stomped off away from me, and then at another point was just yelling at me in front of others, and was just causing. I hate, yes. And I hate to use the word embarrassment, but like, that's truly what it is, right? Like when you're a parent and you're in front of other people and, your kid, especially, I feel, I don't want to say this to like offend anyone, but like, especially like an older generation. Okay. Like people who have raised their kids a certain way and you know that they have, and for them to see your kid treating you with disrespect is just like, am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. I mean, it's not an unknown thing that the older generation, our parents, that generation was kind of no nonsense.
Yeah.
You're not talking back.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear your opinion. I'll ask for it if I want it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That kind of like,
Yeah.
you don't touch me. Don't, you know, like you're not going to lay hands on me. All those things. And those are respectful things. However, it's just not as black and white when you have kids with some special needs, sensory needs, and some trauma and things. It's just not as clear. They don't always do it out of misbehaving or wanting their own way. There are more factors.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
And there is misbehaving as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there is
Yep.
disrespect as well, and those are things that we are working through, you know, at this very moment. And all of those were on display several times yesterday at the park. And
You're pretty.
oh,
Can I just tell you that?
thanks.
I'm gonna like this. I told her on the way, so we were coming down here. I said, I'm gonna like this YouTube thing,
Yeah.
man.
Me getting dressed up at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Dressed up. See, I mean, look at me with my hair in a mom bun. I mean, like, that's all you got to do.
That's all it takes.
See, ladies, that's all you got to do.
That's all it takes. 9 o'clock. I'll
Anyway.
put the kids to bed every night.
Oh,
well,
that's hysterical.
okay. No,
Anyways,
let's not
moving
go that
on in the
far.
story.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So Wesley gets done with his practice, and he had an hour in between his practice and when he was supposed to go actually on. And he comes over, and I guess I blacked out. I'm not sure, because I tend to I tend to forget when I go cray cray. Okay, so here we are.
I do have the text messages.
But well,
If you
yes,
guys
well,
wanna see them. Yep, those are still there.
I am shamed. Okay. So I sent him several messages because he came over to be there with us and to help us have dinner, like just get dinner or whatever. But then he left because he had dinner and he just went to get food so then he could come back.
Yeah, the people who were in like the bands were there. They had food like prepared. And
This story I
things.
feel is very long. I'm sorry if I'm boring you. But anyway, he went to get his food and then he was coming back. But in my mind, he didn't take Isaiah.
I actually called for Isaiah,
And that's really all that I was
he
concerned
didn't
with.
come. And I'm like, well, I'm not fighting you on this. Like, if you can come with me and get food because he was starving, or you can stay here and not have food. Like, and I'll go get food and I'll bring some back that I can give to everyone.
Yeah. So he chose to stay.
Those
with
things were
me.
not all communicated.
No, they
though,
were not
just
at
for the
all
record.
whatsoever. Teamwork,
Either way,
communication, none at all whatsoever. So anyway, he chose to stay and be extremely out of control and disrespectful. And so then it just got really stressful. And I was like, wow, thanks for leaving and not taking Isaiah and some other probably not nice, very not nice things.
Let me pull him up. No, I'm
No,
just kidding. I would.
fall.
I would never
Anyways.
do that.
And so then when he came over, I was ranting and raving out loud, then not just in text. And there were people around, and I didn't realize how loud I was. And I was just being, I was being out of control. Let's be honest. I was sensory overloading. Too hot.
No, she was just
too
misbehaving.
Tired. Yes,
all it
misbehaving,
was.
disrespectful, all the things. So anyway, so then it ended up into today.
Well, listen, that just real quick. So what that made me feel, and what she was kind of projecting onto me was, or at least the way that I took it, was that she was making me feel guilty for playing, for being part of the worship team. I was going to worship out in the public because I wasn't with her to help. And I know, listen, I know it was a ton on you.
It's not
it was
a ton.
lot.
I
I'm
mean,
just
you know
saying,
what I mean?
that's a
Like,
lot.
it's not a ton. I do it every day.
But
I don't know
anyway.
why it's so much harder when you're there and not, but I know you could. I don't know, like, what it is.
Yeah, if I wasn't
It's
there,
weird.
you'd be fine. You'd have been fine.
Exactly,
If I was
right,
not
totally.
in the vicinity, you'd have been
And
fine.
I think, though, it's around other people, too. Like, the fact that other people were there seeing us all being so out of control was just overwhelming to me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's that fear of man.
Yeah.
It is.
I
And it's,
hate
I
it.
mean, it's a battle. So anyway, I'm carrying that. I'm feeling not betrayed. That's too strong of a word, but just kind of like you're not helping me.
We're
You're
not on the same team.
page.
Absolutely.
We're
Right.
not on the same team.
Yeah.
Because I have to go up here, and now I am carrying things that I feel like it was an attack from the enemy.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, it always is, of course.
Onto stage to then help lead worship for people to enter in praising Jesus. And and it, I don't know that I was offended, but it drove a wedge in between us that
Definitely.
carried on through some today. We talked about it a little bit.
Through until about 7:30 today. Not some today. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the correction.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. So, and it was just, it's one of those things like, oh, thank you. Get your hands. Well, okay. Okay.
False. Not that kind of podcast.
But no. So, but anyway, it was a clear example of non-teamwork, of what not to do.
Yes,
and this is when we were going to talk about this before then anyway.
0 stars.
We were going to talk about
0 out of 10 recommend.
So that's kind of an example, just real life, of why teamwork's important.
Yeah.
I could have been a lot more communicative.
Look, there's a
There was
fly in my ice cream.
Well, he's
It's dead. Ew, gross.
He can't get out.
If I eat this, okay,
She's
warn me.
She's gonna forget.
I'm gonna put it over here.
There you go.
Okay.
But just teamwork, being on the same page, working together. We didn't do a great job of it, and a lot of times we do that. And one of the examples that came to mind.
I said do again. It's the 2nd week in a row, I think.
How old are you?
I'm just saying.
It's my new thing.
I'm not telling you how old I am, by the way.
I know you
So
should.
there.
I could say it though, but I would never. Okay, sorry. So one of those like teamwork things that we have done well, and I think we've really grown in, is just not dumping on each other. And what I mean by that is like all the stress that we carry around through the day. So I've had a lot of changes at work, and a lot of changes. And when I say changes, I mean like people have been losing jobs and they're closing the warehouse down and all this kind of stuff. And so with that, you get a lot of people who handle stress a lot of different ways. And I have to carry a lot of that. I don't know if I have to carry, but I feel it.
Yeah.
And then Nikki's at home with 4 kids, 9, 8, 5, and 3. God bless you. And so she's carrying a lot throughout the day, and all the appointments and the things the kids got to go to. And Tenley has a lot of appointments with all of her care and all these different things. And it can be very stressful on my end, or it can be very stressful on your end. And so to not come home and then be mad at you because I'm stressed out at work.
Absolutely.
Or you're mad at me because you're stressed out with the kids or whatever.
Yeah.
We've done a really good job, and I think it's very important. I think it's taken our marriage to the next level where I can come home and we can still joke and we can have fun even though I'm stressed out, and I can tell you what I'm stressed out about.
Yeah.
While not almost blaming you for it.
Well, yeah.
Because that's a real thing.
Oh yeah.
That
absolutely.
we sometimes do, where it's like, I know it's not your fault, but I still am going to take it out on you because you're my safe space.
Right. Yeah.
Because you're my
Which
wife.
was definitely something that we used to do for
Yes.
sure. A lot.
Yes.
Often. I mean, in the beginning of our marriage for sure. Just within the past, I would say, couple years that it's stopped, a lot.
Last year, year and a half. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just something you learn as you go. But yeah.
Right. And we were reading in Ephesians, and it was good. Okay.
Gross.
Was it
Ephesians,
3?
The
I think it was 3, right?
Translation.
Could have been 4. I'm just so bad at remembering where
What
everything's found. What I'm referring to is when he talks about, in maybe your translation or version that you read, he gives gifts, some to be apostles, some to be prophets, evangelists, pastors, teachers, and those the 5-fold ministry, and he gives them what?
It's 4. Ephesians 4.
Ephesians 4?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were like the 4-fold ministry. I was
No.
like,
No.
5 things. What? And the Passion Translation, which we've been reading, is just like another flavor
It's so
of the
good.
verse, and how it's worded there is he gives them the grace to be apostles, the grace to be pastors, the grace to be evangelists, pastors, or teachers, whichever one I'm missing.
If we were really good, we would have our Bibles down here with us. We'll do that next time.
Yeah, we're still in progress.
We're new.
Yeah, we're new. It's okay.
Brand new.
I know who I am.
Christ.
Not based on if I have
I'm
my
blessed.
Bible sitting
I'm
here.
called, I'm healed, I'm whole.
That's right. I'm telling you, listen to the song. You won't regret it. We were a weepy mess on Sunday as they were playing this song. I'm
we
sitting
were,
there,
hallelujah. I
and
was
listen, church
praying
is
for
not
my
easy
children.
for us.
No.
We have the children stay in the worship portion of the service with us so that they can learn how to worship. And can I just say that we are still learning how to worship
Yes,
with
with
them
our
being
children.
there next to us.
Correct.
Because it is a whole thing. But I'm just sitting there, and it's like I'm literally sitting, and Elias is like sitting next to me or hanging on me a little bit. My arms around Isaiah. Victoria's right there. Tenny's right there next to her. And Victoria's like right in her face talking to her, and Tenny's smiling, and then my wife's right here, and then it's just like, God, you're so good. And you listen to the bridge and then back to the chorus, and man, we were just a mess.
We were. It was just really good.
It was so
really
good.
Some Sundays just go so well, and it's just so good, and you just enter in, I feel like, so much easier. And then some days it's just a fight, man. And some days they're fighting and they're.
But I'm not even sure where we were at. Oh, the grace. The grace. Thank you. Holy Spirit. Thank you. But that's such an important thing, being close to Jesus in a marriage, being close and intimate and spending time. Absolutely. What did we hear in our, we have a class that we lead, identity journey, kingdom identity journey. And someone in the class, what did he say intimacy is? Being intentional, intentionally. His words were so good. It was so good.
It wasn't intentional. You say intentional every time, and that wasn't it.
Initiating,
being the initiator in knowing God, getting to know him, and initiating that.
Yeah.
That
so
process,
it's not like,
and it's just really cool.
I love the way that's put, because it's not like we have to, it's not a requirement. It's, I want to, and I'm going to take the steps to do this just like I would with you.
For us to pursue him the way that he pursues us. I mean, that's something that I just was talking to Isaiah about, I think it was yesterday, because he was asking, can I play a game with you? Can I, all day, all day. Isaiah is our kid that can't, cannot play with the other children. He needs to play with the adults. I don't know. His dad.
Well, being the first kid, he always played with us.
Yeah.
We were always, it was just us and him, and I don't know if that was like something that he just latched
wasn't like
onto.
Kids do that for like 5 years though. Some people don't have siblings. He was 18 months old. Like, I don't know. It's just his personality.
Yeah.
But, we were talking about, he was like, I just feel like when you say no, then you always say no, and you never come back to me after you're done doing what you're doing. And I'm like, okay, buddy. I said, you feel like we're not pursuing you. We're not pursuing the time with you. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Parenting. I'm like,
he's getting really good at wording that.
We will try to change.
But anyway, initiating that, it's like, that's why it's one of the reasons it's so important, not just to get things from God. Oh, I need this. But when you get close to him, it's like he gives you the grace. And what? Sorry. Oh my gosh, there it was. The yawn. One.
I'm sorry.
He gives. I'm very exciting, obviously.
You are.
She just yawns all the time. But he gives you the grace to do whatever it is you need to do. You think about the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. It's like we have those gifts. We have them to the fullness. We have been lavished with God, or by God, with every spiritual blessing in heaven. Everything we have.
Ooh,
we have it all.
Hallelujah.
But it's
Preach it.
But it's like we need the grace to activate that.
Yes.
I have patience. I need with a marriage, with children, we need patience. Goodness. And so we need the grace to activate that, to move in patience, to move in love, to move in long suffering sometimes.
Yes.
To move in, I'm not holding this against you and you're not holding this against me, and realizing that like we're on the same team here, and there is no benefit of us fighting amongst each other.
Yeah, no.
And I'm going to give you grace to have a bad day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to give you space to just have a bad moment.
That's hard for me. I mean, with you, it's hard for me with the kids. It's hard for me to remember that, with anyone in any relationship, that I have bad days and sucky days, and it's okay for you to have one, and it's okay for the kids to have one. And it's okay to have a day where you just want to sleep and just want to rest, because I have them. That one, I'm 17 years, so I'm still working on that one.
Nap time. Okay, I get up early, okay? And I get up at 5 for work, and Nikki doesn't. I don't know when she gets up. We won't even go there, but she doesn't get up then. And so sometimes, depending on the day or whatever, it's like I I'm about to fall asleep. Like my eyes are closing. Give me 15 minutes. Give me a half hour.
Even me, even getting up at 7:30, 8 o'clock, like whenever the kids wake up, whenever we wake up. I mean, sometimes it rolls around to like 2 or 3 and I'm like, bro, like I can't even keep my eyes open. Like it's rest time.
It's rest time.
Rest time.
But that's a big part of teamwork.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
And if you know you're on the same page, then I don't think she's trying to take advantage of me.
Yeah.
By taking a nap. I don't think she's trying to like make me do all the work so she does nothing. No, it's like, okay, yeah, you need a nap. Take one because I know that's going to help you, which is going to help everyone tonight. We all work together.
The Deem Team.
Together.
That's what we are.
The Deem Team.
We've always called ourselves the Deem Team. The kids love it, so that's just a thing.
That's
what we are.
That's what we chant.
The Deem Team. We chant it.
We don't.
I don't remember chanting.
We won't. We don't. We won't.
Another thing that I wanted to talk about is, we've walked through a lot of loss and a lot of grief in our life. And one thing that we found through that process was just that, that God has brought two people together. And it's so funny to make two one. And what ended up happening through the grief process is that I would have a terrible day and I would be just completely like
immobilized. Is that the right word?
Immobilized is a perfect word.
Like you couldn't get out of bed. You couldn't feed yourself.
No.
Like it was like I can't even move.
Like
I'm
can't
overwhelmed.
Do anything,
Yep.
And the other person is up that day, and they're great, and they're doing well, and they're
able to
having a good day, and able to take care of you and to encourage you, and it's okay, and we're gonna make it through this. And then the next day I'm having a really great day, and you are down, and it's not gonna happen. And and so that was just really cool to be able to watch that process. Not during that time,
so fun.
but to look back.
No, that's an example of the faithfulness
and see
of
what
God.
He did. Absolutely.
How
Absolutely.
he
faithfulness and goodness.
Yep. He let one of us be able to be there for the other every single day. There was never a day where we were both out.
Down. Yeah, absolutely. And I kind of feel like, I don't know. I mean, it's not like the other was super fantastic, you know what I mean, or great. It's like there was a lot of times, what did we say? We watched mind-numbing television, like, because that's all you could do during that time.
There's a lot of just
staring.
So much staring.
Grief sucks. So and trying to figure out, do you remember we always were trying to figure out what step we were on. Have you ever looked up the
grief stages?
The stages, yes, the stages of grief.
I have no idea what they are.
There's literally like 12 of them, or 8 I think. And we were always like, which one do you think we're on today? Maybe we'll get to the end and this will all be over.
And then you just cycle through.
Oh, it says 5 now. There's no way. There was way more. There was way more.
7 stages. We got shock, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance and hope, and processing grief.
Oh, friends.
And then rinse and repeat.
Yeah, forever.
Yep.
I mean, just forever. Yeah, but it was a
But
special
I
time.
just go back to that song, God, You Are So Good.
Yeah, it's true.
It's been 11 years since we lost that baby girl.
11.
Well, Saturday.
That's what we should talk about on our next one, on our next podcast.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's talk about that.
Next week, that's a perfect precursor. So just to finish up on teamwork, you have to have teamwork.
You have to.
Like there's no other way to do it.
No.
Like do you want to be miserable?
Can't work against each other.
No.
Doesn't work that way.
You will not you're not going to thrive. You're not going to make progress. You're not going to be able to work towards dreams and goals and build a family and build a life. You're going to be like a house divided against itself cannot stand and will not stand. Those are Jesus's words and so true. We think a lot about the church or we think about whatever, but when marriage is probably the most tight-knit unit.
Yeah.
And you have to be working together. Doesn't mean it's perfect, but it also means like it's not the end of the world. I think it's such an important thing. We're like, if she's having a bad day, okay.
Right.
If I'm having a bad day, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
I'm not going to hold it against you.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Teamwork. I mean, I played a lot of sports growing up, a lot of teamwork. And it's like no one ever played a perfect game. Yeah. People playing basketball, throwing the ball out of bounds, taking bad shots.
Except for LeBron.
Slacking on defense.
So, just saying. LeBron was at Cedar Point today, and my sister was there.
Oh my gosh.
It's so exciting. I don't know if he was really there. Like she didn't see him. She didn't see him, but she knew
why
that
would
it
you
was
make
definitely
a statement like that?
someone. His school was there, like the school that he opened or whatever.
Yeah.
So all his
Dream.
kids.
I can't
Promise.
remember.
Promise.
I don't know.
It's the Promise
I don't know.
School, something in Akron. But they were there, and she's like, I swear to you, he's got to be here because they had like all these rides closed down, and you know they were closed down because his family was on them. Come on.
He probably rented out
LeBron
the rides.
was at Cedar Point.
You know.
We love LeBron. I love LeBron.
Yeah.
I don't care if you do.
Yeah. No, LeBron's cool. Whatever, you know.
The perfect game.
The perfect game, yeah.
I was interrupting you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So no one plays the perfect game.
Except for LeBron.
And you all... Stop. So I'm just trying to make a point.
I hear a kid crying.
I'm just trying to make a point. I think you get it. I don't even need to make the point.
I think you get it.
I think you get it.
Teamwork.
Makes
the dream work. And then we were talking about next week.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Yes, next week. So I know we're only one episode in here of our YouTube, but next week we're going to be coming from North Carolina, Myrtle Beach.
Not North Carolina.
South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. We were just in North Carolina, South Carolina. I don't know where Myrtle Beach is. It's 9.5 hours away.
We're going to Myrtle Beach, wherever the hell that is.
Oh my gosh. Let's edit that out.
We're going to Myrtle Beach, and we're excited about it. And we're not going with anyone else, and it's just going to be us.
No. We have the kids.
Well, we have the kids, yes.
But usually we've gone with an adult.
Yes.
Grandparents. Friends, something.
Someone. And we're not going with anyone. And it's just going to be our family, which is fun, but also a little bit scary. Let's be honest. And Tenley gets to go, which is going to be really fun because we've never taken her out of the state.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a wild time, but we'll have lots
we talked
of
about
stories
expectations. We talked about expectations.
Yes.
We are setting them at the bottom
bar is
of the
low,
ocean.
Friends.
At the bottom of the ocean. Basically getting there and coming back alive.
What's the song? Rolling
what you know about
rolling
going down in the deep. That's all we know about it. Astronaut in the ocean.
Your brain goes
down, you can call mental freeze.
We know the Kids Bop version.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the song is wildly inappropriate. However, we know the Kids Bop version. So there's that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Rolling down in the
So
deep.
if you're listening to the podcast, we appreciate you.
We do.
Thanks for listening. Hit that follow button. We'd appreciate it. And feel free to come on over and check out the YouTube channel. We're just getting started here. We'll have a link below in the description. And also on YouTube, a description to the podcast. But hit subscribe. What are you doing? And you can see more of this joker on a weekly basis. So we love you guys. Thanks for checking out Life.
Your
Marriage. See you guys.
Bye.